Well, Dwayne Wade, certainly a Hall of Fame career. Is he a top 5 shooting guard of all time, Ryan? Let's get into your list.
You want to start with my list?
Yeah, I want to see your list.
Okay, let me start my list.
I think the top's easy.
Okay, the top's easy. Yeah, Michael Jordan. Yeah, take a guess. Michael Jordan, easily the best shooting guard of all time. Obviously, you see his dominance, you see his achievements. Michael changed the game of basketball. Honestly, this isn't even a question mark here, and really created a staple for all, not just shooting guards, but just wings. Everybody wants to be like Mike. So no question there, no arguments. Are we good there, Chris?
Well,
Any questions?
You know what's hilarious? You
What?
said everybody wants to be like Mike, including number 2 on your list.
Oh, yeah, good draw. Kobe Bryant, the Bean. Now, the Bean may not like this because he, can make his argument, his case. He would love to be number 1, but I grew up watching Kobe as a young kid in L.A., and, man, this guy was nothing short of amazing with his accomplishments, his motor. I guess the only knock that you can say by not putting Kobe number 1 is that Kobe was a spitting mirror image of Michael Jordan with the fadeaway, the crossover, all that. Kobe's my number 2.
So you said crossover. I'm thinking crossover and cornrows for number 3. Is that
Crossover and cornrows?
Yeah.
Yeah. D-Wade, I'm sorry, brother. I love what you're doing, but I'm going with AI. I'm going with AI on my number 3. Number 3, best shooting guard of all time. And the controversy would come here and say that Allen Iverson was a point guard, but no, he started games at 2. Eric Snow was actually the point guard of the team, and the ball was in AI's hand. And when I think of AI was for the culture, man. So Allen Iverson, my number 3 shooting guard, best shooting guard of all time.
But why over the guy who's number 4? Because I feel like the guy who's number 4 should be number 3.
You know what?
So I want to hear your argument.
Maybe his story isn't quite yet told before, but my number 4 is Dwayne Wade. I think that Dwayne Wade's legacy is LeBron James, is Shaq, is the hard work, is the guy, in a sense, the overachiever. Playing against Dwayne Wade, this guy's motor, it was just bigger than money. It was bigger than basketball. Like the focus and effort and energy that this guy played with, I cannot think of a more fierce competitor. But, I mean, honestly, you heard him earlier talking about it. This guy was an overachiever, and you can't help but love Dwayne Wade's story.
So you're saying he had more help. That's why Iverson is higher on your list than
AI was larger than life, bro. It is real, and this is a toss-up, but it is really hard for me to put Wade over AI, and that's by no means, no disrespect to Dwayne Wade.
All right, hey, it's a great list so far. Number 5, who you got?
Number 5, I'm gonna go with my former teammate here, man.
For me? We're current teammates.
No, not you, man. Ray Allen. Listen. This is another guy who revolutionized the game with 3-point shooting and a champion. The one thing I know about Ray Allen, you see him hitting crazy shots right there. And Ryan Hollins might be somewhere in these highlights. You never know. But the one thing about Ray is that you see him hitting the dagger right there. He would find ways to just make shots. He was a scorer, and some people would say Ray was just a shooter, more of a finesse guy, but he would make things happen. And, I mean, a guy, he's still ripped, still in shape. I mean, Hall of Famer nonetheless.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the greatest nicknames all time in Jesus Shuttlesworth from his time. Yes. He got game. Okay, so there are 2 people that I feel like, omission, but I understand. Current guy, James Harden. Should he be on this list? Does he still need to accomplish other things to get there?
When I think of James Harden, the numbers are there. No one can question that. But you have to see a championship. You have to see that run in. Unfortunately for James Harden, he plays in the era of the Golden State Warriors. Now, this year, he has a fuss. He has something to say about it. And his numbers have been absolutely historic. And, Chris, I think it's still setting into some people that don't think he's the MVP of the. We're not going to start that.
Yeah, great.
It's just setting in with some people how great this man is and what you are actually watching. But for James Harden, we have to see it in the playoffs.
Well, that's a recent bias, right? But I got to think about my guy, Jerry West. I mean, your only finals MVP to not win a championship in that year, led the league in assists, led the league in scoring, also 14-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA. Oh, yeah, the logo.
The logo.
No, leave him off the list.
I'm with you with the logo. You know what's interesting? Don't get mad at me when don't get mad. The logo may be a better GM, front office exec than a player, and that's no diss to his playing career. I mean, he's put together championships.
So do we forget some of the older guys? Because I noticed your list, and just like my list, if I put it together, would have
You're really
all guys
recent.
that I've seen
You're really
play.
recent.
Yeah. So for a guy like Jerry West, is he getting forgotten because of all of these great players in this current generation? I mean, he played without a three-point line.
I hear you. I hear you. See, I mean, this is Mr. Clutch. I get it. I love what he did. I'll admit, I would be lying to you if I saw what he did and the way he played. I think there's something to say about some of the guys who created the game, who set the table for us to play. But the competition wasn't quite the same, back then. But I mean, I don't think you knock him. I mean, I didn't watch him play. It's not fair.
Yeah, if he didn't face those Boston Celtics teams for years, maybe the conversation would be different about Jerry West, the logo. But certainly worth part of this discussion, James Harden and Jerry West, 6 and 7 on your list. Let's do it that way. Okay.